For those who know me, one of the gifts that I have, which is a curse and a blessing, is the gift of tears. And as a Cabrini graduate, as someone who's gone to Project Outreach in Swaziland with Cabrini, as someone who's been part of Cabrini Mission Corps, I am truly touched, humbled, and honored to be part of this community. And so my words come deep within, and I ask your patience with my tears. When I think of Cabrini, I'm going to use the letters of the word Cabrini to basically tell my story. And the kids have now gone to the arts and craft table, so I was going to use the kids. Instead, I'm going to ask some of the missioners to please come up, and you can hold letters for us to spell out Cabrini. So may I have a first volunteer, please? Wonderful. Beth. When I think of Cabrini, the first thing that comes to mind is community. I can't tell you the number of times you hear community as the thing that in the debriefing sessions when missioners come back, they talk about it as the blessing, they talk about it as the curse. How difficult it is to be communities of compassion. And I think about that so much because if truly that's what we can be in small communities, then that's what we can be in the larger world community. And so whether it's in our families, in our communities, this is what we really talk about and strive to be. And that's just something that as I listen to stories, that people really talk about that, the gift of community and compassion. A. When I think of A, and I have an experience in Africa, ancestors are so important. And there are sisters and lay people that are part of Cabrini whose memories and heritage we bring with us in terms of who we are and what we do. And it's not, one of the gifts that they talk about is that ancestors go really in both directions. It's the ancestors that come before, but the ancestors of those yet to come who we're paving the path for. And when I hear stories of missioners, when they talk about from their communities, they always talk about people who've been there, but they also have dreams, real big dreams about what they hope for the future. When I think of B, Anna, would you please hold up this one for me? I think of blessing. The miracle about Cabrini Mission Corps and the miracle about mission is that you have eyes of blessing. It's amazing to me how a story can be heartbreaking and terrible, or it could be joyous and glorious. And the word you always hear is, it was such a blessing. It was such a blessing. And I think about some really tough times that we have been privileged to be a part of. And it's amazing how God is able to use that to really transform that experience for people. So when I think of Cabrini, I think of the eyes of blessing. R. Another volunteer, please. When I think of R, I think of the word relationships. The relationships that are formed by the people, the communities that receive us. And I think it is such a blessing and such an honor that today with us we have a few of the community in Swaziland. The communities that receive us in mission. I met for the first time today Joan, who was here at Cabrini College, and she was talking about just the joy that she had in accompanying the missioners that were here at the college. And so the communities that receive these relationships that are being born, that's really, to me, that's so important in terms of being part of Cabrini. And then the I. Someone for the I? For the I think of the immigrants. And Mother's Cabrini's response to the immigrants. But also she was a woman of great imagination. The immigrants today have different names, they have different faces, and the call of the Mission Corps, the call of the Ministry of the Sisters is to keep asking those questions. Who are our immigrants? Who are the people that we are meant to be part of? And with that is a real inspiration. I see men and women who are inspired by a deep love of God and also by the vision of Mother Cabrini. N. Another volunteer? Thank you. When I think of N, I think of the word newness. One of the things about mission, and I think one of the things about our faith, is really to see all things anew. When we send forth missioners, they come with so many different dreams of what they want to do and who they want to be and how they have responded to God's call, and the ways that their life has shaped them up to that point. But the newness that's always brought from an experience is one that really says, yes, all of this has been leading you on a path, and this is where it's taking you, and it's preparing you for something new. When I sit at tables here with missioners who have been sent and who have come back, and to see what their lives are about now, I'm just amazed by the newness that God has brought out of that experience. And finally, I think of I, another I. Somebody else? Last one. Oh, perfect. Thank you. And for this I think of individual. I can't tell you the number of times that Lucille and I have said that each person that comes through for Cabrini Mission Corps, they come with their individual gifts and talents and uniqueness that's just them. And I feel like although there's so much of the Cabrini sisters in terms of sharing that spirit, that charism, in the same way I feel like the people that come in as part of that have so much to share also with the community. And it seems funny, but at the same time it seems really that that's the way it's supposed to be. That we end with the individual, but only so that it can begin once again with community. So I am really grateful. Thank you.